means Luzon. Sponsored by California Aeronautical University. For 30 years of flying span, 10,000 hours of flight time, and 1,300 parachute jumps, it is none other than Vicky's started skydiving in college, which ignited her passion for all things aviation, earned her private pilot license in an antique Taylorcraft in Watsonville, California. Took aerobatic lessons from the legendary Amelia Reed when she was much younger. UC Berkeley. It's actually spinning so fast that the propeller tips are going supersonic and you're hitting miniature sonic booms. After a break in aerobatics to finish her PhD, Vicky worked with legendary airship pilot Wayne Handley back in 2005. It's expensive because you're going to get the bug. And she did, and it was. That aerobatic bug bit her, and she's been hooked ever since. She started competing in intermediate categories. She began racing in the sport class of Reno. A friend invited her to give it a try. She won her first race and was voted Rookie of the Year by her fellow pilots. Reno ship class was once again voted Rookie of the Year. And the following year, in 2014, she won her first in both the sport class silver race and the jet class. $10,000 scholarship for their bachelor's degree in aeronautics. So get over there and check out their website, calaero.edu, to learn more. This partnership between CAU and Vicky Benzing is designed to inspire youth about the excitement of aviation and sharing it. Squadron, the only mosquito squadron in New Zealand, and this aircraft was retired. The mosquito, a victim of its development like many other aircraft. Co-pilot on this next aircraft, Topeka, California.
Osprey has the ability to take off like a helicopter and fly en route like an airplane, as well as a few more hidden tricks that we're looking forward to showing you today.
It looks like something out of a futuristic movie here. We were talking earlier yesterday. You said that the rotors are tilted forward flat. That's actually what's giving it its forward thrust to taxi. Is that correct?
Exactly. As we taxi around, all we're doing is tilting the rotors themselves forward and backwards to move around the airfield themselves. We're usually never actually using brakes to stop, which is bring it all the way back, and that'll stop on themselves. So right now, you see they're turning around. The MV-22 Osprey today, they're setting up for a vertical takeoff today, which is what we usually start the day with. That hover before we take off allows us to check the engine health before we go out and fly for 12 or more hours each day.
12 or more hours in the flight.
Absolutely.
Wow. Obviously, air refuel capable, I assume.
Yeah, so we don't actually want to fly 12 hours as individuals, so around every 4 hours we'll stop, refuel, put new crews in, but the aircraft will fly from sunset to sundown and beyond. So as you can see, from hover, the crew is slowly bringing themselves forward, and that brings us into conversion mode, giving us that.
The V-22 Osprey from the Purple Fox, the world famous Purple Fox, is 300 miles an hour down the shoreline.
And as they come forward, my center stages.
Oh, we need to get in the way.
Absolutely. We can especially see the waves as well when we're in a helicopter.
Redundancy that Fish is talking about, pretty important. These aircraft aren't designed to go to air shows. They're designed to go into the tough areas that Marines do go to. They got to be able to soak up some damage and still go put the hurt on the enemy.
Absolutely. Like you said, we're the workhorse of the Marine Corps with the medium left capability, along with our skid brethren and the 53. We can bring a lot to the fight. With that speed and range, we also bring that capability, like I said, to land to any spot any helicopter can. And you can see it bringing up the nose like you would a helicopter, and you can land to a spot anywhere within 30 feet and within 30 seconds of the time you give us.
Those two rolls putting out 6,150 shaft horsepower.
Yeah, they're incredibly strong engines. They give the 9 horsepower of climbing over to a hurricane, but they also give us a lot of flexibility and a lot of maneuverability within the aircraft. For example, here you can see that we can tilt the rotors back, or we bring the nose up, and we can back up the aircraft if we want some very fine-tuned hover work. And then we just bring the nose down a little bit, bring themselves forward so we can stop on dime. And then with the pedals, just like a helicopter, we get to rotate left and right. And you can see hanging out the road there is Corporal Bachelor. She's waving still as they wave back as they slide to the left. And slide to the right. Absolutely. So at the controls today, we have Major Morris, call sign Swampy from Encinitas, California. And in the right seat, we have Captain Bates, call sign Brett, the aircraft commander today. Like I said, on board, our crew chief is Tom Bachelor from Greenville, Maine. And as the aircraft does a little twirl here, you'll see Sergeant Stuckey at T-204 located in North Carolina, which I'll have you know is a Marine Corps squadron, so all of them learn from us.
You sent them all to TDS, the basic school?
No, unfortunately, we don't have time to make them all Marines. That'd make them all too special. But you know what? They're pretty good pilots in their own right as well.
That's great.
So as you can see, they set the aircraft down, brought the nacelles to 60 degrees. When we're heavy too heavy for a hover, we can bring the nose forward and do a rolling takeoff for a short takeoff. That lets us bring more cargo, more people, more fuel to do more things.
Usually off there at about 500 feet.
Each other. This would have been able to carry a 2,000-pound torpedo in its belly or up to 2,000 pounds of bombs.
Yesterday, we've got Joel and Darren flying, the two brothers flying in formation together with these two classic aircraft. Coming over the top of the crowd now, the B-51D. Variant of the B-51 flying by Mrs. Virginia. Back to the Avenger yesterday, they did some passes with the bomb bay doors open, so take a look at that as they come by again before they see the one of only B-38, one of only 7. Attack was 16 B-38s sent from Guadalcanal to get him. It was a 430-mile trip. They flew at less than 50 feet above the water to avoid detection. And those Lightnings saw the two Betty bombers as they reached Guadalcanal. His Betty was shot down and crashed in the jungle, exacting that revenge. We're bulldozed.
Mustangs served in all of the theaters of World War II. World War II was volunteers. Bill Burbank. Out of the 10,037 aircraft that were built, it was exactly in the middle, 5,018. And as I said, it was here in the 583rd Air Base in San Maria. Those speeder bikes they had in there, that speeder bike was created by reporting the B-38 and the B-51 engine. South Pacific, the Central Pacific, even up north to the Aleutians, in China, Burma, and India. These are the aircraft that flew primarily in the Pacific theater. B-38 is in a markings of the 475th Bomb Group. This was based out of New Guinea. They were fighting the Japanese in the tropics. 1,000-mile Alaska patrol came up on a pair of Japanese flying boats. During World War II. As with the Wildcat, Grumman began to favor production of the F-6F Hellcat, and they moved